how we deal with disillusionment. When we are unhappy and disillusioned, that enormous industries have built up to help us deal with our dissatisfaction. Fashion, food, objects, find a new relationship, drugs, alcohol, inappropriate behavior, driving fast. That's actually the best way. Fast driving is a good way to get rid of disillusionment and disappointment, as long as you don't get a ticket or hurt anybody. Anyway, I like fast driving. I'm sorry. No, I follow the speed limit. No, I'd like to drive fast. Okay, anyway. That I'm thinking about ancient people. Let's say a Neanderthal. Is that they can't afford to have disappointment or disillusionment. Or if it does, it's gone very quickly because their life depends upon being alert and to get going. You can't say, oh, that mastodon got away. I just can't go on. I've got to sit here for a while in front of the fire. Oh no, fire hasn't been invented yet. Well, anyway, the people in very, very cold climates in ancient times could not afford to be disappointed. Their survival, their life force energies demanded that they have a certain level of awareness just to stay warm enough or just to protect themselves from danger. Okay, so we take away, we've got fire, we've got things which help us deal with danger, is that we are free to be as disillusioned or disappointed as we might wish. Modern world has substituted real danger for imagined danger. That the psychological, the physiological effects of disillusionment and disappointment are enormous. It literally starts to close down your physical systems. Your heart doesn't work as well. There's a strain on your heart. There is issues with digestion and many things through disillusionment and disappointment that I forgot my point here. What was it?
Substituting real danger for
Disappointed with illusion. That that when we are feel free to express ourselves in a negative way regarding disappointment, is that where do we go? So we've got enough money, we've got enough, good relationships. What is it that you are disappointed with? Is that I'm disappointed that this world is illusory. Don't kid me. You went through this. You're saying, how was it that I thought everything was so real, and now Buddhism is telling me that it's just an illusion. It's not. It's like a hologram. It's like it's nothing there. It's empty of the very thing which I thought it held, which was my security and safety. Now what do I do? Now I have to be unhappy because the world is illusory. Not only am I disappointed in the world for other reasons, maybe I don't have enough money or enough fame, but now I get to be disappointed because it's illusory and I thought it was real. It's like somebody has taken away something which I thought I owned, and then they say, you couldn't own it because it wasn't there. There was no way for you to own it. Even when you thought it was real, it still wasn't real. So you can't say, oh, when I was a kid, everything was just, sparkled. And I thought my life ahead of me and all of the things that I was going to do. And now here I am as an adult, and somebody and somebody is saying, even as a kid, it wasn't real. All of my memories, all of the nice stuff, Disneyland, I paid a lot of money to go to Disneyland. And now you're telling me that even that wasn't real? So we have our modern problems, and Buddhists have their modern problems as well, because the things that were taught in Buddhism a long, long time ago were based upon the capacity of those people at that time to understand what the Buddha said. And also Jesus. They used a lot of analogies. They used rice and things that oxen, and to explain things that were more complicated. But people didn't understand it that well. Few people did, but not large numbers. Now, with advanced education, as well as more advanced nutrition, is that people are capable of knowing more. They're capable of understanding more. And therefore, your disappointment and disillusionment with samsara, with the world, is going to be a more heightened experience, because it isn't just something you know or you learned. You're actually beginning to understand that it's illusory. And the disappointment of having invested your whole life in something that was illusory is stunning. There was a story about the tulip panic. This is like in the 1600s in Holland, in the Netherlands, that there was beautiful tulips, and they're still totally into tulips. But they had a new variety and they were making new varieties that became so expensive that people were investing their entire fortune in a single tulip bulb. Sort of like Beanie Babies, huh? Anyway, enormous fortunes that were spent for this. And then the tulip craze crashed, because there were lots of people making lots of tulips. And it crashed, and people lost everything. There was nothing there to begin with. It was just a tulip bulb. It was play money. It was play money. It was the panic. It was the excitement of the of the collecting and the greed that was possible. This illusory enthusiasm drives people forward and more deeply into unhappy states of mind, such as disappointment and disillusionment. I don't know, tulip bulbs, Beanie Babies, high Tibetan teachings. I don't know which one. You do understand about Beanie Babies. I don't know if you understand about the tulip craze, but it's not easy to understand that not only is the world illusory, but we also are illusory, and yet we are still here. So this is where Buddhism comes in to very slowly work us out of the dilemma of how it is that I'm illusory, and yet I still believe that I'm real.